So the equation of a straight line can be written in two forms. We have the gradient intercept form and we have the point gradient form. Now, the gradient intercept form looks like this, where the M represents the gradient and the C represents the y-intercept. Now, whenever you have a question where you can find or you're given your gradient and you can find or you're given your y-intercept, you normally use this format over here. And with that, you'll be able to get the equation of a straight line. Now, the second form, which is the point gradient formula, looks like this, where the x1 and the y1 actually represents a point that passes through the straight line, where your M, as usual, represents your gradient. So if you're able to calculate the value for your gradient, or you're given the value of your gradient, and you also have a point that passes through the equation, you can definitely use this format. After substituting those values into this format, you will simplify it to look like this at the end of it. So it starts off like this, and it's definitely going to end like that. Okay, so now let us try an example using both forms and see how we can solve questions. We have this question that says, determine the equation of the straight line that passes through the points P, 1 and 2, and Q, 3 and 8, in the form of y is equals to. So now the first thing we do in a question like this for every straight line is to determine your value for your gradient. Now, finding your value for your gradient, we use the formula, which is, then we substitute the coordinates, so the gradient of this line is M is equals to 3. So now if I'm going to use the gradient intercept format, what I write down is, so then I substitute my gradient. Then to find my y-intercept, I just need to substitute 1 point from what I was given. So we have P as 1 and 2 and Q as 3 and 8. So I'm going to substitute P. So as you can see, your C gives you -1, so the equation will just be, and that's it. So this is exactly how you solved using the gradient intercept formula. Now with the point gradient formula, we will use this, and since our gradient, as we said, was 3, we understand that this here would be 3. Now we also need to take a point. So the point we're going to take in this one is 3 and 8. That's Q. So we're going to substitute Q, which is 3 and 8, into that over there. And looking at this, we notice our answers are the same. So it doesn't matter which one you use, you will still get the same answer. Just try as much as possible to use the one you're more comfortable with, and you'll definitely be fine. And that's it.